Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Here's Stroud. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. 15, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This is 2nd and 8.
Attack, attack!
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 25-yard line.
15.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. You talk about this Chiefs defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
15.
Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now here's Mahomes. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Brian Thomas, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra important. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. That'll be caught by Rice. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And Stroud now to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll drop to throw. That one caught by Rice. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd down and 1.
Come back.
Looking to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Look at hot. Why Tony?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half. Stroud. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Hey, 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Stroud. Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Stroud working out of the gun. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, second down and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
50, yellow. Hero, 15. Watch out.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Hey, 43.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Hey, riblet.
At the 48-yard line.
What's that?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the press. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, 57. Side.
Now Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Yellow. What's that?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
11.
Now Stroud. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Stroud to throw it. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation
43,
here.
43.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
43. Hey, go gun.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal, sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll find Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Here's Stroud. Right side to Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down in a yard. And Stroud now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again, it's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud looking to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it in.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here now, third down.
Wait. 15. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Attack! Right side.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Hey, south. Hey, uno.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have the first down. And even with the 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now.
Look the hot.
Stroud. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Here goes Stroud again. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Chiefs 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Yellow. Hey, 15. Right side.
One final try for Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Right side.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end.